The Atlantic Ocean crossing saw Magellan's small squadron endure storms lasting several weeks, and the ship's scribe, Antonio Pigafetta, relates how, during a particularly violent storm one night, they were relieved to witness St. Elmo's fire, burning brightly at the top of their masts. Many times the holy body appeared to us, that is, santelmo, and in a storm, among others, which we suspended in the darkest night, showed themselves on top of the largest cage of such splendour that it looked like a burning torch, and stayed there for more than 2 hours, which was so great a consort that we wept for consolation. When he wanted to leave from there, he threw so bright a splendour into our eyes that for half a quarter of an hour we remained as blind, shouting for mercy because we thought we were lost, but the sea soon became agreeable. Now, St. Elmo's fire was a phenomenon observed by sailors since ancient times, and consisted of the sudden appearance during storms or unsettled weather of a bluish-purple flame-like glow atop masts or at the end of yardarms. The glow would disappear as mysteriously as it appeared, and was interpreted by sailors as the presence of St. Elmo guarding their ship from danger during a storm. Its departure frequently associated, as in this case, with the easing of the tempest. The phenomenon is caused by the increase in atmospheric electrical activity that occurs when cloud and other gas particles become charged through the friction of atoms in the air. This friction causes the otherwise neutral gas and water atoms to become highly energized or ionized, which generates a huge voltage differential between the clouds and the ground, resulting in an electric field. When these charges become extreme, the atoms suddenly shed their outer electrons to release this excess energy in the form of lightning, which turns the surrounding air into what scientists call a plasma, as both light and extreme heat are transmitted during the discharge of the electrical energy to the ground. In a less charged area of the field, pointed objects, such as the protruding masts of ships, concentrate the energy of the field somewhat locally. A less intense discharge of light and energy occurs around these objects as the electrons of charged particles knock about, much as popular plasma balls cause discharging electrical energy to dance around their pole in what is technically called coronal discharge. The bluish-purple colour arises from the composition of the ionized gases while shedding their electrons, blue in the case of nitrogen and purple in the case of oxygen. It's not been observed to present any danger of fire or electrocution, and Nikola Tesla demonstrated its relatively benign nature when he generated St. Elmo's fire in his experiments at Colorado in 1899, where the wings of butterflies were seen to emit a blue glow as they flitted around. Pilots today occasionally report St. Elmo's fire on their wingtips and nose cones. Charles Darwin even observed the phenomenon while at anchor in the Rio de la Plata.